I'm sorry for taking everything from you. Nobody cares about you anyway. What should you do if your real family is terrible? You should always prioritize your older sister. That's the role of a younger sister. I always end up giving up everything to my sister. Fed up, I exposed everything at the wedding. My name is Angela. To tell this story, I need to go back a bit in time. It was when I was in high school. At that time, I was close friends with Patty. Although we were young, he was the kind of friend you could forgive even if he betrayed you. Someone you could really trust. Patty and I met in high school, and even now, we are still enjoying our college life together. Sometimes joking around, sometimes serious. It was during our second year of high school that Patty introduced me to a boy. Since Patty introduced him, I trusted him a lot and got quite nervous. At a summer festival we went to together, we started dating. I was too thrilled at that time, so I forgot something important. Yes, my beautiful and selfish sister Megan and our parents who were proud of her. It was my first boyfriend, so I was too happy and told my parents. Then, my mother looked at his picture on my phone and said, "Oh, he's a good-looking guy. Angela doesn't deserve him." I was a bit annoyed, but maybe she meant it as a compliment. "Bring him home next time," my father said, so I brought him over on our next day off. "Hello, I'm Megan, the older sister." Though she said she wouldn't be there, somehow my sister was at home. Well, I thought she wouldn't go as far as stealing my boyfriend. So, naively, I introduced him to my family. "This is David, whom I mentioned before. Handsome, isn't he?" "Hello, I'm David." When the three of them saw David, they praised him. He was handsome, tall, and excelled in both academics and sports. Then, my sister smiled slyly and said, "Dad, Mom, I want David." The atmosphere froze in an instant. Well, actually, only David and I felt frozen. "Hey, what are you saying? I mean, Angela doesn't deserve him. He's perfect for me, give him to me." I didn't understand what she was talking about. I looked to my parents for help. "Oh, that's a good idea. If Megan dates him, we can brag about a beautiful couple in our neighborhood." "Yes, that would be nice. David, I specially allow it." Hearing this, David didn't know what to do and said, "You're joking, right? I'm feeling a bit ill, so I'll go home." He started getting ready to leave, so I decided to walk him to the station. "I'm sorry. I never thought she would go as far as to ask for my boyfriend. I heard stories, but she really is intense." He forgave me, but I didn't want any harm to come to David. So I distanced myself from him. David didn't like it, but after all, we were just high school students. There wasn't much we could do. After that, our relationship naturally faded. Interestingly, Megan didn't persist in chasing David after that. It seemed her goal was just to take what was mine. Megan was disliked by everyone behind her back. Because she always wanted what others had, including my friends. Guys, being in their adolescent phase, were weak against a beautiful woman's charms. And our parents were too lenient on Megan. A parent should teach their child to be patient. In that sense, I thought our family was abnormal. When I went to college, I moved out of my parents' house. College was liberating, and I even got a new boyfriend. But I regretted letting my guard down. After about 2 months, he suddenly became distant, and by chance, I saw him walking hand in hand with Megan at a shopping mall. I was shocked, took a photo, and called Megan that night. "Sis, why? Why were you walking with my boyfriend?" "Oh, you saw that? Tasteless." Despite having good taste in men, I saw him leaving your apartment the other day. So I told him I'm your sister and seduced him. It was easy. You're too shy, so you wouldn't let things go that far. Men are simple, aren't they? I was disgusted by my real sister's frivolity. That's terrible. What's terrible is your boyfriend who easily fell for me. Stop taking it out on me. The call ended abruptly. I called my parents to ask them to scold Megan. But they said, if your sister wants him, you should give him up. And you should prioritize the elder one. I had no one I could trust. That must have been tough. Well, it turned out okay, didn't it? What's okay about it? Patty comforted me by saying that. Right, I had only one person I could really trust. Think about it. It would have been harder if you were married, right? Continuing with such a person would only bring unhappiness. Once a cheater, always a cheater. That's true. I somehow don't care anymore. I was able to let it go. From then on, I ignored my family and started new relationships. But every time, Megan would take them away. Even though I moved out. She deliberately sniffed around and took them. I got fed up and refrained from dating for a while. Men are all weak to temptation. I just assumed they were after my body. Then, perhaps because there was nothing left to take, Megan's obsession with me faded. And she stopped showing up. Just when I graduated from college and got a job, Megan contacted me. Yes, hello? Long time no see, you're still as gloomy as ever. My sister was as troublesome as ever. What? If you don't need anything, I'm hanging up. Wait a minute. You know what? I'm getting married. I was surprised. After such a long time, her news was about getting married. And without stealing someone else's man? Really, congratulations. Whose man did you take this time? Don't say such horrible things. He begged me to marry him. I just mentioned that Kate was cheating on him, and he easily switched. Kate was indeed a friend of Megan's. To betray even a friend. Men are simple. But you know, Logan is a tycoon. Oh, Logan is my fiancé. We're having a big wedding, so make sure you come. I told everyone you were too busy to attend the face-to-face meeting. So make sure you show up this time. Huh, no way. I consider myself disowned, even if I haven't declared it. Megan's laughter echoed through the phone. You don't have a say in this. Logan knows you exist. So if you don't attend and it leads to a broken engagement, you'll be billed for the wedding expenses. It shouldn't be possible to do that, but she's unreasonable. Fine, I'll attend the wedding only. Don't involve me beyond that. I'm not interested in you anymore either. Mom and Dad said the same. Bye. Hearing the call end, I felt a tightness in my chest. It's one thing for me to say it. But hearing it from them stings. Frustrated, I called my mother. Hello, Mom? Is my sister getting married? I haven't heard anything. Yes, she is. She's marrying into wealth. It was worth prioritizing Megan. Oh, you got a job, right? Make sure your gift is generous. She barely remembers I got a job. I'll congratulate her within the bounds of common sense. Honestly, I didn't want to say this, but she stole her friend's boyfriend, right? She hasn't changed. Parents should scold their children when they make mistakes. Life is a battle. The victor is the just one. You always just lost to Megan. That friend also just lost to Megan. Since she's marrying into wealth, we don't care about you anymore. Don't argue back. There's no reasoning with them. I'm sorry for taking everything from you. Suddenly, I heard Megan's voice and was shocked. We're together right now. I've been listening on speaker. It's fine. I was just being honest. After the wedding, don't involve me anymore. I might as well declare it now. I'm disowning you early. Then my father said, nobody cares about you. We have a man who won't have financial troubles anymore. We'll disown you ourselves. You should always prioritize your older sister. That's your role as the younger sister. If you can't do that, I agree with the disownment. What do you do if your real family is trash? At least I got to declare my disownment first. Then, I contacted Patty and cried to her. Patty just listened silently, and that saved me. In times like these, I don't need advice or encouraging words. Patty knows me better than my parents. Really, what a terrible family. Hearing someone else say it, a statement I should be angry about, made me happy because Patty was voicing my feelings. We laughed and cried and ate delicious food. What would I have done without Patty? But seriously, any man fooled by that wicked sister of yours is an idiot. What's that man's name? It's not my boyfriend this time, so what was it again? Oh right, He said his name was Logan. At the mention of the name, Patty's eyebrows twitched. Logan? Huh, the wealthy Logan. You know him? Patty grinned slyly. Well, he's famous around here. There aren't many Logans with those conditions. I heard that Logan is getting married soon. Never thought it would be your sister. Isn't his company going to go under? It's possible with that family. It's fine if their family suffers. But I hate to see another family become unhappy. Even though I said it's fine. Do I not want them to be happy because my heart is too narrow? Is my family that rotten? Logan's family is pitiful, but I have no obligation to save them. Well, Angela, you probably don't have the margin to do that. Running away from that family. It's not cowardly to run, escaping is winning. Only humans get scolded for escaping. Normally, it's instinct to flee. Patty always knows just what to say. That's true, but Logan is a victim, no matter what my sister says. It'd be good if we could clear up the misunderstanding with his friend. I like your naive thinking. It's also saving me, you know. Right. We should clear up the misunderstanding with Kate. Maybe you should just expose everything? When Patty suggests it, it somehow feels right. Exposing. I've been threatened with a lawsuit if I do that, so. Come on. You're disowning them anyway, let me back you up. Encouraged by Patty, I felt motivated. I had been enduring it for so long. If anything, I should give the best wedding gift. Thanks to Patty. I started looking forward to the wedding. And then came Megan's wedding day. The ceremony went smoothly, and the reception started. Given his status as a tycoon, there were many guests and it was a large-scale event. I had no need to stand out. I thought to myself, when I was about to be shocked by a friend's speech. Congratulations on your wedding. I'm Patty, a friend of the groom. Patty? I inadvertently stood up. Patty, looking different in his formal attire, nodded with a smile. Logan has been like a little brother to me since we were neighbors. But I thought he was going to marry Kate. What happened, Logan? You've always been easy to deceive, and I was worried about you. But I never thought you'd be this foolish. This could ruin the company, right? What? What do you mean? Patty, you're lying? Logan was confused, and so were Megan and our parents. Patty motioned for me to come over, and I understood what she meant. By backing me up and having no obligation to save them. I've set everything up. Didn't I say I'd back you up? Go ahead and expose them. I nodded and began exposing everything about Megan and our parents. I'm Angela, the bride's sister. I hate to say this suddenly, but I hate my family. The venue buzzed with whispers. What are you doing? Be quiet. I can't believe Patty would lie at a time like this. While Megan and Logan argued, I didn't care. Megan has always been spoiled, and honestly, her character is the worst. That's why no friends from her student days are here today, right? When we were students, if I had a boyfriend, my parents wouldn't scold her but tell me to give him to my sister and always prioritize her. According to my parents, they're not interested in me, so I plan to disown them after this. Is that true? I heard you two were close. Logan asked Megan. Are you just joking around? Seriously, this is getting annoying. I became estranged from my first boyfriend because of this. Patty introduced him to me, and I didn't want him to fall prey to my sister's toxicity. If we were a normal family, could I have been happy then? As I said this, the venue fell silent. Then Patty spoke up in support. Angela and I have been best friends since our school days. And she always confided in me. This marriage too, was it stolen? Kate is also a friend of mine. When Logan introduced her to me, I thought they were a perfect match, but her name wasn't on the invitation. It's because Megan told me that Kate was cheating. She showed me photos. So I believed it. It was a shock because I really loved her. Patty sighed heavily. You know, nowadays, even amateurs can easily create deep fakes, right? Did you even talk to Kate? Let me guess. You were too shocked and just believed Megan when she stole him away. Stop it without any proof. I'll sue you for defamation. At that moment, the doors to the venue opened. Why are you here? I heard everything from Patty. How could you betray me? Kate, Logan's ex-girlfriend, stood at the entrance. Who is that woman? Get her out of here. She's ruining my daughter's wedding. That's right. They're all ganging up on our Megan. This is just bullying. The parents tried to intervene, but it was futile. Be quiet, old man and woman. Don't get involved in young people's disputes. Now, Kate, tell the truth. And Logan, you decide who you believe. All eyes in the venue turned to Kate. I never cheated. When I introduced Logan to Megan, somehow they got close. Megan showed me photos saying Logan was cheating on me. We were deceived by Megan. Please forgive me for not believing you then. Kate, crying, hugged Logan. I'm sorry too for not believing it could be a deception. Everyone, forgetting it was a wedding ceremony, applauded their reunion. Even the staff clapped, though it wasn't really appropriate, which made me laugh. Oh great, just a bit more and it would have been perfect. I never expected Angela's best friend to be Logan's childhood friend. I never expected to be framed either. Just so you know, I won't let this go. I don't want to use my parents' name. But you won't easily compensate for deceiving a big company like my family's. At the entrance, the parents were caught by men who seemed to be from Logan's family's security. Mom and Dad, were you trying to abandon me and run away? Hey, Angela, we're blood-related sisters, right? I apologize for everything so far, let's apologize together. No, I said we're disowned. You discarded me first, what sisterhood? My only sister is Patty, even though she's just a friend. Megan collapsed, lacking anyone to rely on, unlike me who had Patty. Megan had driven everyone away herself. I left the venue with Patty, knowing there was nothing left for us to do there. It was good that Kate and Logan could reconcile. Later, Megan faced a broken engagement and was billed for the wedding expenses. It's terrifying to cross a wealthy family. The costs were nearly $100,000. Megan had no savings, so her parents had to pay. They sold their house. And as soon as their savings dried up, Megan ran away from them. Betrayed by their own daughter, the parents became like invalids and contacted me. Megan hasn't come home. And you work at a big company, right? You weren't interested back then. Doesn't it not matter? I was about to hang up quickly when my father also came on the line. Look, since Megan failed, it's the sister's duty to take care of her parents. Come back quickly and send us money and do the household chores. These parents are hopeless. I'm also getting married, so I'm not coming back. What? Then show your face at least once. I took a deep breath and had the last conversation. I won't let you meet him, because you told me to give him to my sister before. I've shown him once, so I won't again. I'm also blocking your number and have already moved, so I don't think we'll meet again. I hung up without waiting for a response and had already requested the registry office to prevent any tracking. Patty had actually reintroduced me to David, who turned out to be Patty's brother. He had been watching over me from afar, prioritizing my feelings. I hear about how things are going from Patty, who was always nervous every time I had a boyfriend. For the first time, I'm glad he didn't make a move. Today, we forget completely about my parents and Megan as we get married. Kate and Logan also got married and attended our wedding. Patty cried and congratulated us. Congratulations, Angela. I'm glad for you, be happy. Thanks, Patty. I used to call you my sister, but I guess I've become your sister now. Everyone laughed together, and it was a truly happy day.